mayhap 'tis time I went looking for it. That place puts my hairs up.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this.
Yes, you better not.
Here's what I need from you. A basque of saurians has made their nest outside. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
That is most fortuitous. I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Where are the fucking caskets, guy?
You'll find the explosive casks by the village entrance. Use them to send those saurians scattering.
Time to be heading.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've...
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that.
Master! Goblins!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
I shan't let them harm you.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I'm just getting warmed up.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
stop. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride, no foe shall harm you while I yet stand.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Do this. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done.
What is it, Master? You don't look as if you need my help.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. speak with...
Well, that appears to have sent some to finish the job, but with any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master.
Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
A moment long awaited.
A resounding success.
The result of our impeccable teamwork, no doubt. Out.
It is vital that we rest and regain our strength.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
At last!
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. There's truth in abundance. Regardless, we will not invite my mistrust.
You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. I've got a good feeling about this one. This is an obstacle I'd sooner be rid of. Ranged attacks are my speciality, Master. Shall I assist? Yon statue may yield new sights, if we can reach it.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Also, I've learned.
Hold up. Someone coming.
He's ought to miss hereabouts.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here,
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. But of course, Arisen. You may depend upon me.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
That is most fortuitous.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
When does my watch end?
My magics are at your disposal.
Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Oh, that would... Fret not.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
There's aught to be found there. Can you not see it?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Prepare for battle! Not bad. It's a bit early to be angry. The enemy yet remains.
Not bad, I think.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
If I might have my say, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
What's this? We're trapped. Fire! A Cyclops!
Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard. Focus. A moment of precision may spell out doom.
That sound. Fall back!
The mind wakes. We must away lest the culprit overtake us.
It's time to make them happen. To inform the people.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
Few amongst... I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Lads, what rotten luck! We've need of your aid against her.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
Quick! Douse the flames! I cannot fault you guys.
Nice of you to say so.
Not a bad idea.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox.
Fret not. I'll make the pain go away. Hold on. Stay right there.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, 'twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont.
Look, I'm not here to push anybody out.
It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared. And in Vermont's long years of council rule, yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Townspeople depend on me.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you?
What were you doing, kid?
'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
I trust...
I'll go and open the chest.
Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my legs are stiff as boards.
It is the Arisen's choice to make, though I certainly wouldn't begrudge the chance to put my feet up.
Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work. Suppose I ought not shut rehearsals.
Not I.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant...
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths.